Welcome back. I want to
Bumping and
first
jumping.
to 99 and Good Enough with, to my left, Coach Tommy Jones.
Yes, sir.
Delvin LD to my right,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dr. Red Duncan, and myself, Khadijah Lovedale. 99 and Good Enough where we keep it 100. Today's topic, we've been on the fence. I don't know why we've been on the fence, because I think everyone want to hear our take, or whatever your take is, on dating, lack of social skills. Ooh. What is dating?
Watch out.
Courting a woman.
Watch out.
Playing with a phone while you're on a date.
Courting or coating?
Courting or queen.
That's two different things. Courting and coating is two
Courting
different
and
things.
courting. So this is going to get interesting. It's going to be some things I think we're going to be on the same page about. We got an OG. We got a mid G. We got a baby G. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to date, I think we're going to have some similarities in regards to the approach. But you know, Coach come from the school where, you know what I'm saying, they were playing. You know,
listen,
they had record players.
Listen, this thing done changed so much. Sometimes I'm sitting home and I'm watching these commercials, and they talking about we'll hook you up with this here online. I'm like, online? What happened in person?
Oh no. Online is in person.
No sir.
Now, somebody.
No, sir.
So, Coach, here's the thing.
No sir.
Wait,
would be the
what
first.
you mean, no sir?
No sir. No sir. If I
Listen,
can't
no,
listen,
sir.
hold on.
Okay, Coach. Okay.
If I can't touch you, we ain't in person.
That's true.
Well,
See,
Coach.
that's how it's unchanged. Y'all think because you see somebody on the screen, oh, we got something going right here. No, I need to feel your skin. I need to smell you.
You need to see the bumps on the face.
What?
On the board.
I need to be around you and smell you, because I'm going to tell you something now. Hold on, young fellas. You know you got a little aura around you.
Yes, sir. Energy.
You got a
That's
little
our
energy
body.
around
That's our
you.
body. Body's energy.
And they need to feel that energy. They need to smell you. You see what I'm saying? That's that little aphrodisiac right there. Ain't no nothing. We all got our own little smell that everybody attracted to or not attracted to. See what I'm saying? So let me tell y'all something, man.
Coach.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Because I got
Listen,
something.
cut back on all the cologne and stuff, because you killing your natural.
Brute 33.
You can
Mitchell.
you
Put on
killing-
some of that AC.
You killing all your natural.
Miyake.
Now listen, I ain't talking about funk.
Yeah.
I'm talking about clean yourself up good and
Yeah.
all that. You know what I mean? They like, oh, what kind of cologne? What kind of soap? No, that's me.
That's me.
Right.
El Natural.
That's me. You smell it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they need to smell you. They need to feel. They need to be able to touch you when they talking to you. See, now y'all talking about online. All I see a picture. Okay. And last time I checked, boy, they can do the eyelashes and do all that.
The old man, boy.
Hey, look
The
at
old
him.
man. The old man going in, boy.
While we get him started. See, now listen. Here's where I think I got a not an advantage, but I got an addendum to add to it. Every last one of us has been with someone for an extended period of time.
Yes.
So is it safe to say, Coach, that when it comes to online dating, that's not something you would ever do?
I don't know where the hell it came from.
Now, hold up. Now, let me.
Boy, I'm lightheaded, boy.
Let me bring everybody. Listen, I think online dating has been genius, just as much as it's been. Instagram has been genius. A lot of these social platforms has been genius in regards to connecting to people. Hold on, because there's a lot more. There's a lot more people subconsciously and consciously shy, non-approachable. You know what I mean? Suffer from certain levels of anxiety, so they can hide behind that on a social platform or online dating. Now, for me personally, never will be my thing. Won't ever be my thing. Not something that I can do. Can I converse with somebody via text, this, that, and other? But I much rather witness what I'm seeing in regards to the visual, certain things that I'm attracted to in regards to externally, and then I'll go in and make my approach. So in the midst of what we're talking about, in the midst of dating, online.
Listen, man. It was a time you got to go up and talk to her. You got to go up and say something and look in her eyes.
But Coach, that time's still here. It just don't happen.
It just don't happen. You got to let her smell you. Then when you get on the ride and pop in that 8-track.
See,
that cassette.
I was rocking CDs.
Or that cassette. Listen.
You weren't always rocking
Listen.
CDs. Don't
Cause
get
you
it.
know-
The act had a tape player.
Hey, look here.
The act had a tape player.
Because I had an act. You know I had an act. I had a tape
look
And a
player.
6-disc player.
But
Right.
you know you don't put together your mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Look at
let's.
this date right here. You don't put together your mixtape.
Of course, you
I
recorded.
don't think that's something the young guys, there's not a mixtape. I don't think that's a thing.
Well, now let's keep this in mind, and I hope some young guys are listening. I hope some young guys and some young women and some older guys, some older women listen, because I think what the level of relatability is. I know I'm 42 years of age, and I learned a lot from OGs. So there was almost an ambiance that I would create personally in regards to when I'm laying out a date, a meet and greet.
Do people date it? Did people date anymore?
What based on what they know they do.
So you saying you were setting the mold.
I'm setting the mold. I'm setting the mood.
The mood.
Right, the mood. And
No,
if-
that's what Rated R said on Baby Boy. I'm trying to set the mold.
so there's a medley of music that's playing.
Right.
Which should be based on the megahertz that's playing.
A little bit of Case,
little bit of
Joe.
Listen, a little bit of Case, a little bit of Joe.
Donnell Jones.
You got some Donnell Jones.
Donnell Jones
You got
was
some David
tough,
Hollister.
Listen, let's go a little farther. Teddy say, turn them off.
Teddy P.
Turn off the light.
Teddy P was
And
tough.
light a
now.
candle.
Light a candle.
Reese said he trying to set the mold. In
Yeah,
that
you setting the
thing,
mold.
though.
But you know, I'm burning candles at 19.
So
though.
now let me ask you this. How you set the mood and we looking at a computer screen?
Okay, but hold on. So now let's go to the other side where we're gonna have some haters or some naysayers in regards to, because it's gonna sound like we badgering online dating.
No,
Well-
because the first thing I think about online dating is I'd be like, serial killer. But I ain't gonna put that on online dating.
Right.
We done had serial killers way before online dating.
Right.
So I ain't gonna do that to online dating.
So but what happens is it's because I mean I think off the air we bring it on the air to touch, and I think there's a safety protocol that goes on in the midst of you not able to go really see nobody or go pick nobody up because of the online piece of it, because you don't even know if they're crazy. But guess what? You're willing to be on that platform. You're willing to conversate. You're willing to see their picture. You're willing to know their background,
So you
their
do-
credentials, know how to
So
respect
you
them.
do all that, and before you see them and meet them, so, well, they got your address and everything?
No, they ain't got your address yet. You got to get them that. They ain't even got your phone number. At least what I know.
Yeah, but they got your, what's the little doodad on your computer there? They got your little computer information.
They can find you, I'm sure.
I promise you.
I mean, I'm sure they can find you, but at the same time, you're first of all, if you're interacting online, you ain't hiding from nobody.
Hold
true.
Hold on a second.
You ain't hiding from nobody.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Did I just say doodad?
You did say do that.
But you was doing this, so you was
Yeah,
trying
you were
to
doing
get it.
that. You were doing that.
You couldn't quite.
Now, fellas, let's
Why?
bring
Hold on.
this.
Why this part make me feel extra old?
Because guess what, Coach? It's something you ain't never done.
And
you're not really gonna have too much.
And you did say 8-track.
You said 8-track,
Because
right?
there's some people at the house looking like, what the hell is an 8-track?
Well, all 8 tracks I seen, I
Oh,
threw
when
them
you playing
away.
the music, then when it switch over and say click click.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You ain't
Ain't no
lying.
smooth transition in that.
Nah.
So on the online side, there are people that have met online that has some success stories.
I believe that.
They meet and greet. I mean, the goal was to get married and date and be exclusive and love one another. And we met each other during a point of desperation, and we decided to take a chance by going
See,
online.
that's what I don't like. So you threw the desperation part.
That's how it's been explained to me at times. These are not my words.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a word period. And I'm like, why we gotta meet under them circumstances?
Because nobody trusts
I'm
the
gonna play
alignment of
devil's
life.
advocate.
Nobody trusts that no more.
I'm
Nobody.
gonna play devil's advocate. Thursday night, ladies' night at X, Y, and Z is also like a sign of desperation. Like you going out here every Thursday because ladies drink free to 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hoping like it's kind of the same thing.
But
But
it's
maybe
the-
I'm way off, but I feel like it's the same thing.
But it's the new wave though.
Yeah.
So when
It
it, comes
is,
down,
it
when it
is.
comes down to it, it's saying, okay, if I'm a woman, if I'm a single woman, and I've been married, I know I possess some gifts to the world and to other men, and just for whatever reason, I just haven't my life cycle haven't welcomed anybody in my life. So why wouldn't I put myself on a platform to increase my chance of meeting somebody? What about that?
Yeah, and I get it, but let me ask you this, man. And maybe I'm so far out of touch right now with what we talking about. I ain't even gonna lie. But what happened to the little self-esteem and the confidence that I'm bringing something to the table, and it's gonna be somebody out there? I just gotta be me and keep functioning. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
now you just hit a pivotal point. What you got to be who?
Me.
Them days are pretty much over with.
So what you telling me is I'm about extinct.
You said that. I didn't use the word extinct.
I'm not gonna say that.
But that whole
I'm gonna use dinosaur.
like so like think of it this way.
Dinosaur.
Think of it this way. And me and Mario talk about this often. Growing up in the 80s and 90s,
Often.
you had a lane.
Yeah.
You hustled. You played sports. You was who you were.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't see nobody who wasn't no tough guy try to be a tough guy. Everybody kind of knew their lane. I think them days over with.
No, but here's something that I think we forgetting about too is, again, these are your words. You don't ever want to sound like the old hater, right?
No.
Now, and that's not something that we are doing. But when you talk about increasing your propensity to be entertained, increasing your propensity to get attention, increasing your propensity to meet someone, this is what this platform does.
And I'm sure it serves some people, but you don't have enough confidence.
So you know what, Coach? That's a question. I think if we took a poll on the number of people that are doing online dating, are they the most confident people in the world?
Can't be.
I think there will probably be a lower percentage of people that are not as confident, because now. But I think that's also a gender thing as well too, because I think again the few cats that I know, I got a good friend of mine who I can care less about him what he think when I say this, who's always been online with manipulation of certain things, but it was him to be able to creatively do certain things. You remember what was the first one platform that came out before Facebook? Space something? What was it called? MySpace. Right, so it was MySpace, then Facebook, then Plenty of Fish.
I don't know how the hell I knew that.
Yeah. So all these things where he was like, "Man, you need to get on here. You need to do this. You need to do that." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm from a school where if I walk through a hallway and there's 2,000 students, if there's 40% of them that's women, and I can break down the 20% of them that I may be attracted to, then I'm gonna try my chances there, personally." You know what I'm saying? In regards to, I'm gonna try my chance. Like this for me. So now looking at what's going on now, where there's a number of people that have met quality people online, or whether it was a frustration. And I'm talking about, I done seen gorgeous mind, body, and spirits online on the feminine side. We've seen them, on the male side, it's more of a chase, because now you got a plethora of women that seems to have some level of desperation that you feel like you can manipulate and get to a certain point, but a lot of them are on there just willing to be able to date and get to a point of exclusivity. They're trying to be exclusive. So it's so many parameters surrounding that to like say, okay, what is this really about? Now and then take the younger generation who now are very toxic at times. You know what I'm saying? Chivalry is dead, and I hate to hear that.
What you mean by they toxic at times?
Toxic at times in regards to what they believe is a relationship is we're going to be combative. We're going to talk negative to one another.
Yeah, we ain't going to throw that on the young people. That's been going on.
We
saw that when, as far as we were concerned, in the 80s and 90s. It might have been at its height. So I ain't going to throw that on the young people and on the internet being toxic. Now, maybe the only difference is they're typing it on a public platform where people can see it, but we saw that. Droves growing up.
But we seen it. Well, I only can speak from my experience. We seen it, but I didn't see it at the level that I personally have seen it now, welcoming so many younger kids. Mm-hmm. Now you make a valid point about it being on a platform where it can be exposed a lot
that's
more.
Different.
That makes a big point.
You do doing some teaching. You do see it on a younger level, and it's kind of blowing me out right now that we even touched on this one area. I had today little youngsters, and the girl got hot by something. She shoved the dude, the young boy.
Yeah,
young boy shoved her back. He shoved her good, And I said, "That's enough." He said, "Yeah, but she shoved me." I said, "You don't never put your hands on a woman, ever."
But I bet I guarantee he'd never heard that.
The way he looked at me, I know he didn't.
Right.
And I said, "Don't you ever do that?" I said, "Yeah, but she shoved me." I said, I ain't telling you to let nobody push you around and hit you. You tighten that up and you stopped it.
Right.
Don't go no further than that. Don't do that. That's not what you do. That's not what you do because it's not the right thing to do. It's not what you do because every law in the land is not in your favor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every mindset is not in your favor, and you got to learn that now. And I was looking at him, and he looking at me like, she hit me. That's what that was. And so it's funny that you even going there right now.
Right.
I just did this today.
And it's something that I, in the last 11 years of my personal experience in life, I've personally like welcomed and I've paid attention to just a lot of the gender differences. I mean, look at what we're doing with genders, and we talking about what is it? Something neutral, like all these different things that are going on right now to try to salvage or save face with what it actually really is,
Bruh.
So when we see it, we like, hold up. Yeah, Dak is right. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it at the level that I see it now. In regards to saying, okay, I have a son that's 20 years old, right? Okay, and in regards to him dating, is because of whatever he's seen or heard that he can get away with. He practiced it. It ain't about what I've given him or what I told him. It's what he implemented. So it's like, oh, she don't care nothing about this, so I can just keep doing this, and this. And at the end of the day, for us, what we did.
Shout out Larry.
So what did we do? All of us. I think I had to learn everything through trial and error because I didn't have a man in the house. But being a gentleman was the approach. You know what I mean? It didn't matter how I felt about you. If I like you externally, I'm gonna do the things I need to be able to do to get to a certain level to conquer that.
I try to tell all the young cats, man, just because you can do something, it's up to you as a young man, as a man, to say it's a limit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is a person I'm dealing with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do something just because you can. You just got to be a self-checking. That's
That's a
I know,
tough
bro.
one, man.
I know.
That's actually a solid piece of advice.
Yeah, just because
that's
you can.
applicable.
Because sometimes, listen, somebody in there got to have a gauge, bro.
Yeah, but see, but here's
Governor. Somebody got to have
somebody
a
got
governor.
to have a governor. Yeah, somebody definitely got to
You know
have
what
a
I mean?
governor.
And if they don't, I don't know, bro.
But it's the governor coach that we're asking them to have is applicable to somebody that of the opposite side of the spectrum don't even care much about themselves.
But see,
You know what I mean? If that's the case.
and I agree with what. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's
And so
a tough
guess
one.
what? Now you got to step out, man, and you gotta. I don't know, bro. I'm from a different time, you know, and you got to have some kind of governor for yourself. I just said something to somebody, man. You got to have respect for yourself first, and then for somebody else, because it's a lot. Listen. How can I love you if I don't love me? I gotta love me first. And I ain't talking about arrogance love. I'm talking about I gotta know it's gonna be another day other than tomorrow, and I gotta look at myself tomorrow. And I gotta.
Well, Coach, you just tapped in on something psychologically, man, that is, I think, for me, it's not talked about enough. The level of expression amongst human beings doesn't exist because of the lack thereof of self.
Yeah.
I want to go back for a second. Our producer, Nick, made a comment, I don't know if it was last week or earlier this week. He said he felt like there was like a gender war. And I don't know, maybe I'm turning into an old head. It just seems to me there's like a calculated, like somebody's doing it with purpose where guys are made to look like less than manly. And that's acceptable now.
Well, there's the defeminizing of men going on
Yeah,
at a very high level.
Yeah,
like
like-
that's we know that. But look at what's going on. Look at the attire. Look at what's being said. Look at the
bro.
body language.
Now, again, coming from a whole different time, you can do what you want. You ain't taking nothing from me. You ain't taking
Yeah.
nothing from me. I am who I. You said something one time that I laughed at, but you said I was born and raised and bred, and I'd be this way when I'm dead.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you ain't taking nothing from me.
But you're talking about somebody 24 years old that says that's a gender war. But I see what he's saying.
Yeah,
Because now you have.
absolutely get
But
it.
again, women want their respect. That's what it is. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
You know what? And you
I hate
can
to
get
sound
it.
like Archie Bunker, but
no, sound like him.
walking around with your chest poked out at a man
gonna
all
get
the
your
time
respect.
ain't no way. Like,
No,
that's
it's
gonna
not.
get
You're
it.
right.
Like,
You're right. But see, But it's like I have to scream louder and talk louder in the midst of it to get my point across because I've always been down here.
Yeah,
And that's
but
a
I
lot
get
that's
it,
what's
and
going
I
on.
get the women that do walk around with their chest poked out because I think about some of the jive turkeys they probably done dealt with.
True story.
You know
Can
what
I-
I'm saying?
now
So
let me say-
it's kind of like which came first. Like it's
I was
like-
just finna go on that. So now let me tell you something. So maybe that woman's being like that, but maybe we ain't being the men we supposed to be.
yeah. And I know she
feminized.
wasn't always like that.
Maybe we ain't being the
Something
man we supposed.
happened.
Because if I'm the man I'm supposed to be, and no matter how your chest pulled out or whatever, and if I'm being the man you supposed to be, then we finna smooth this thing and be
Right.
man and woman.
Man, you know the most difficult thing of it all when we talk about
That's
dating,
my theory.
right? And we say, okay, if like me personally, I come from a school if I have an interest in you, right? If the interest starts obviously with whether it's I'm attracted to your eyes, your thighs, your hips, or anything else, right? And we begin to have conversation, and now I'm being stimulated. I need to be stimulated personally, okay? Now I'm somebody that there's a just because in regards to something just because I was thinking about you, I'll do this, and this. I promise you, just based on my experiences, and obviously there won't be no names thrown around, a lot of that goes out the window because a lot of women are not accustomed to that. A lot of women are not accustomed to you just doing the small things, which makes the great things happen.
What I just said, we ain't doing what we supposed to do.
We ain't, but that has everything to do with the history lesson before me that wasn't done. The way saying, okay, I'm used to this. I ain't used to no man doing this, and this.
I'm gonna tell
What
you-
is he doing?
Let me give you a little story. Place I work at, somebody coming in, they coming to get somebody, and we got regulation, we got stuff we got to do or whatever. They come in with the worst face, like
Woo!
the worst face, and it's a woman.
I got attitude.
And I never go here. I just handle my business. Who you boom, get them, let's go, boom, boom, boom. I ain't gonna go no more in detail than that. And I just had the one that I said, they were like, oh, so and so. Nah, I'm Candy, so and so. I said, you gotta look like that. I said, so here you are, beautiful queen, da da da. That's how you walk into a place and say, this who you looking for? I say, cause I get who you looking for. I say, but I ain't bringing that to you. Why would you come in here looking like that and making yourself look less than what you are? Well, you don't understand, coach, and this and that. I say, I ain't got to understand. I say, you need to understand how you taking yourself down a
Attitude
notch.
reflects longevity. What is it? What's the term?
Leadership, attitude, reflect
leadership.
leadership.
Altitude.
Yeah, your altitude.
Yeah,
So-
you know what I mean? So I hit it with that. And then I seen her say, yeah, da, da, da. And then I thought to myself, maybe somebody ain't talked to and told her.
But you know what? I literally have to go. But if we're going to talk about dating, you know, I'm always praising the women.
Always.
I got to get a queen
got to.
so much praise
got
in
to.
regards to their level of endurance and what they deal with men.
To put up with the
Like,
the,
oh
the
my
shit.
God.
To put up with the shit.
Man, look,
Like-
I'm gonna say this.
It's boy, listen. I wish they had the same heart for men that they do for women. Because now if they come together and do what they do, boy, it'll be a different world.
Let me say this, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty and I'm fine. Y'all know it. Y'all sitting here.
Boy, you ain't nothing, boy.
I couldn't imagine being a woman getting my ass looked at all day,
All day.
getting, people undressing you with their eyes. You trying
gotta
to
be
ask
tough.
somebody the
gotta be
directions.
tough.
They staring at your chest. You walk off or you could turn
gotta
good. They
be
looking
tough.
at you like,
It's got to be tough.
and that's just on the surface level. Like,
And-
Mario know we grew up in the 90s. I wasn't, and Mario wasn't.
And see-
I wasn't no ass grabber in the club.
Never.
But that was the norm.
That was the norm.
That's raggedy, man.
Like, I mean, me and
That was
Mario,
the norm.
we'd be standing back there talking. Chick walk by, somebody just, pop.
And then she turned around. What? And you talking about? Oh, I ain't want you anyway. Oh, like no, bro.
So I
How
couldn't
you
imagine
oppose
being, not only being a woman, but a decent looking woman.
Oh, don't be fine.
Like, she can't even go to the post office to get some stamps. You got to deal with that. The oogling the.
Let me
Oh,
tell you
man, you
something.
married? Yeah, I'm married. You happy?
Yeah,
Like,
my-
Right. Here's the next question.
I'm married. Yeah, you married? Yeah, you happy? God, leave.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So it's got to be tough.
But now on the younger side, and then dealing with, I'm raising two girls. Coach, you got girls in regards to
One.
one daughter in regards to dating, the dating piece, and then I'm around a lot of young men daily in regards to their dating
She
approach.
married now, thank goodness.
Yeah, in regards to their dating approach, the things that I've learned about the biggest difference is it's a level of acceptability of what the women accept. Now, we can't blame the young men in regards to what they're doing because on the flip side, it's been accepted. So, for example, if
We can blame him.
but listen,
Self-control,
now
bro.
it kind of goes back to the parenting thing too, though.
No, like-
if like my son know better. You know what I'm saying? My son knows
That's my
better.
point.
But at the same time, for me, and Coach, I said this in front of your group of guys the other day. I said I can have a level of patience because I can almost acknowledge that you just don't know. Now, if I acknowledge it and I give it to you, and you know, now I can reprimand you after the fact. I promise you I can. So I'm gonna go in it with that approach. So if I got a young man that's 22 years old and he's dating a young lady, he meets her online and they're talking back and forth. But guess what? They're expressing themselves through emojis. I've never used one personally. So emoji says, okay, visual, subconscious mind, pictures, trauma, repetition. Excuse me. Now I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, this is my level of expression. So now I express it, and then you're expressing I love yous prematurely, and you're doing these things where you think she wants to hear. She's eating it up because she has low self-esteem, don't even know it. And a lot of them will beat me up for saying they do, but you do, because at the end of the day, it says self-esteem. It's myself. I have to be able to pour into myself for me to love myself, for me to be able to accept some nonsense from a young man or a man, right? So when they begin to be able to do that with starting online, then the online piece is saying, okay, it only starts with a text message, right? Back and forth, emojis, now being discussed. It's not like, and then after that, it's like, what's the chase? Well, we know the chase is, well, what's the box? Below the waist. That's what we're trying to get to. Some won't.
Trying to score like Mike Jones.
Trying to score like Mike Jones. But now that becomes the approach. It ain't about what I'm gonna do and what I'm willing to be able to learn, because at the end of the day, the casualness is really nothing. But a lot of women still think, okay, if this man is playing this game and he's showing the ancillary things to allow him to be able to love me to a certain point, and it starts online, and it starts online.
Now that's the first. Well, man,
Because for me, I don't know how much. I don't like me. Like I'm something I rarely do. And people, anybody that knows me know I don't do this. I rarely do hypotheticals. But if I can say hypothetically, if I'm online, I would probably have less than 24 hours of patience to be having extended dialogue with somebody via this online platform without having a phone number to be able to make a phone call to have a conversation.
I mean, how much lying going on this online? Because they got fake pictures. They got this. How much lying going on?
Oh, it's plenty lying.
See,
going
Nick,
on.
you can tell I don't know
hold
nothing about it.
Nick, is there a ridiculous amount of lying going on online?
Hey,
Like a ridiculous
They
amount?
even putting pictures of people that
High
ain't
level.
even them.
high level amount of lying.
You know, so how much?
But again, Coach, here's the thing. And again, we're speaking on something that we have novice level experience on.
Yes, that's the truth.
But at the same time, novice level, but we also have heard experience and we know of people that have done it. Think about it like this. If it's a lot of lying, it's a lot of manipulation going on, correct? Then what does that say? What does that say?
You're insecure. You can't lay yourself out there. But see, again, that's what, man, that computer, man, it's so much hiding up in that.
Like, man, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
That computer rough, boy.
That computer rough, boy.
Like, and I don't know if these
I'm not going to say everybody online.
But I
is
don't
insecure.
know.
Didn't Roger them say computer love?
Nah, that's what they
Computer
said.
love.
That's what they said, Tommy. Tommy, that's what they said.
Computer love.
I don't know if this ties in, and maybe this is just like a generational thing. Like, I've seen videos of like they'll be like, "Oh, look at this homeless dude. I'm gonna give him $300 and 5 pair of shoes."
And you going to film it.
Yeah, so like,
No, see what
I'm like, damn, did they walk up to the homeless dude and was like, "Well, here's the scene. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand you the money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
look at you for the, like how do they make something like that, like something that should be like a good experience? How do they make that like super disingenuous? Like, Jones, film me giving this bum $200. Like is that what we are now?
Yeah, don't doubt that's what we are.
Yes.
That's definitely what we are.
Because the way I was raised
raised,
and brought up, if Jones came to me and said, they talking about taking my house, I need 12 grand. Well, if you need 12 grand to save the house, I'm gonna try to bring 20 out there. Cause what's 12 gonna do?
yeah,
Hey, you calling me next month?
next
That's
month.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, you came out on hard times.
Right.
Got
I'm
you.
not gonna bring the camera crew with me to show them me giving Joe the money.
Again, everything is sensationalism, man. Ain't
But-
nothing
right,
real.
but yeah.
I can't smell you. I can't touch you. We can't have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get to that point to have a conversation, it's so much filters and lies don't happen. What we talking about? What
And
is we
see,
talking
listen.
about here?
If I'm on there, and I'm gonna keep projecting to the point of being there. If I'm on there, I don't know. I'm trying to get to you as quick as possible. Let me see what you look like, and let me feel your aura. Let me feel your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like immediately. But again, I have to. Dak used the word devil's advocate. I gotta be. It's the way of the world now. It's something that's necessary based on the psychology of human beings present day. I'm talking about. I don't care if you young and you begin to be old. You got older folks that are on it now.
You do.
That's saying, okay, you know what? I don't go nowhere. I go this, I do that. Let me get on here. Put my likes, my this, like nothing's sensational. Like I can't look at a woman now right now, present day, and say, dang, let me find out her favorite color,
Can I
what
ask
she
you
enjoyed doing,
Can I
what her
ask you
hobbies are, what her favorite place to thing. Give me what your fantasies are. I can't do that no more. Because it's all right on that platform. I love to go kayaking. I'm looking for love. I like slow walks on the beach. It's literally on a platform.
Look
what
here,
the?
man.
You kidding me?
We got a bunch of we making a bunch of cowards. Heaven forbid I ever be in this position. Heaven forbid, because then that mean my girl gone.
True story.
All right, and now I gotta take my bad hip over here.
Hey,
You got a bad hip, old man?
hey.
Oh, you see it after 7:30. After 7:30, that thing get bad, boy.
Old fella.
That
Coach.
thing, I had a little pimp before.
Coach. Hey,
That thing turned into a little slide.
So now you got to hit you giddy up.
Before Coach go there, I got a question for y'all. I got one question. If you read the platform, right? If you have a synopsis of a queen, she just like you like them, right? If you like them red, you like them chocolate. You know what I mean? However you like them, right? If she says on the synopsis, I
keep a filthy house.
Listen. Oh no.
Do they put that up there?
Hey, listen, I made a comment earlier because I was listening to something, and I'm going to say it right now. I said sometimes, and again, I don't want to be a male chauvinist, but a lot of times the request from women, they want a 1950s dude, but they want to be a 2020 chick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that don't add up.
Hey, let me.
That
So
don't
you
add
tell?
up.
Oh,
Let me throw
wait,
something
let me
on
ask you
Go
that.
ahead.
So you telling me
Hey, I'm telling you.
Ralph Cramden?
Excuse me.
You gotta explain to you nothing about
Oh, the honeymooners. Archie Bunker and Cardi B can't be no couple.
Heck to the no.
Can I tell y'all young fellas
Because
something?
guess what? Archie Bunker ain't coming home to a warm meal every single day when he come home after doing them 15 hours.
Or it's gonna be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
Young fellas, let me hit you with a little something right now, because I always got to hit you.
Man, I had a question, man, but go ahead.
Hold
Coach.
on, I got
Don't
to hit you
forget
with
the question.
something. You can go back a long way, you can go back. You can't serve two masters.
Nah. But they say not enough, the too many cheese, not enough Indians.
Can't serve two masters.
Now, here's the
It's
question.
one or the other.
Here's the question, man.
I think Cardi B and Archie Bunker would make an awesome couple.
Hey, but look, listen. After the exploitation goes down, because listen, because Archie Bunker gonna be like, "Boys, hey, boys, listen," and that's gonna last about 60 days. And he gonna be like, "Hey, look, I came home and you know you was out here chasing your dreams, talking about rapping, and the dishes are the same.
That's what the problem's going.
Over with. What's hey?" So here's the
Can I ask you
question.
one before you go on?
Yes, sir.
The hell we talking about?
Archie Bunker and Cardi B.
That came on Archie Bunker and Cardi B like the most odd couple ever.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Ever.
I think
They're
Archie.
not even on the same wavelength.
I think Archie could tame her though.
You think you can tame them? Oh my God. So
Go ahead, man.
if we have online dating, young G's, OGs, you know, all that, because like we said, there are some positives that had this happen for
It
it.
is.
There's been some benefit for a lot of people older, you know what I'm saying, plus 40-ish, you know what I mean, the younger platform is that's how they operating, you know what I mean, and I'm talking about as early as in their teens. But if everybody on this panel said, okay, I'm on a social platform and I see a picture and I see habits, hobbies, and everything about a woman, right? I know my thought process. If I know she like long walks in the park and she love pasta, we going to Carrabba's and we gonna be at the beach.
Which
after the first
Carrabba's?
date. Whichever one she want to go to, whatever
If
area.
she
we
like
in.
long walks in the park and pasta, she better tell me something.
No. But what I'm saying is, you already have that, Coach.
I don't want no list. You need to tell me out your mouth. I like long walks and
But
pasta.
hold up, but you missing my point, Coach. You missing my point. It's already right there for you. So the point that I'm making is we don't have to do no guessing.
No, my point is,
So it's like there's no. I guarantee
It
you,
is
Coach.
there.
And again, somebody that's been on a social platform can attest to this. I'm sure. I am almost sure that these multi-million-dollar software companies that's created these platforms for dating online.
Multi-billion-dollar.
For multi-billion-dollar, I'm sorry, companies, I'm sure they have a list of things you have to answer in regards to your traits, who you are, where you from, what
I
you're
know.
doing,
I
where you're
agree.
going, right?
It's all
Which
laid
gives
out.
you all of the what? The answers. But where the conversation can go?
but that's what I'm saying.
Where can the conversation go?
I want you to go down the list.
No, Coach. Where can the conversation go?
I'm gonna tell you where it's gonna go. I'm gonna tell you.
It ain't going nowhere with me. I done seen everything.
I'm gonna tell you where it's
I'm
gonna
trying
go.
to get down. Done!
I'm gonna tell you.
That's where it's going to go.
Will you let Coach Jones?
Hey, I'm gonna take that same list.
You go too far
I'm gonna.
every time.
Okay, listen.
Go ahead.
Hold on a minute. Listen.
Go ahead,
no,
Coach
no,
Jones.
no.
You go too far every
Hey,
time.
there's no way it's going too far. First of all, this is why men say what I just said, they think the same thing. So if I got everything on the platform, men won't say it. If I see somebody I'm attracted to and I got all of the answers, I got a favorite color, I got a favorite restaurant, I got a favorite thing to do, I already got all the answers. I know them. I don't have to hunt that down now because for me, I'm more intrigued by that. If I'm sitting across the table on a date, I'm putting my phone down, I'm shutting it off. We about to have a conversation. I'm gonna gaze in your eyes.
Whoa.
We gonna have a conversation.
You doing what?
I'm turning my phone. I'm putting my phone down. The phone ain't getting touched on them. You're gonna get unconditional, undivided attention.
That's big. Putting that phone.
So now, in the midst of you coming out and then guess what? Don't be fine like I like you. I'm gonna compliment you, and then we're gonna have a conversation based on the things that I shouldn't already know, because that feels better to be able to articulate and speak on.
Now
So
let
now that I
Jones-
got all those answers, what you think? Now,
Can Jones get this point, please?
he
'Cause
will
I
get
wanna
his
hear
point,
it.
but I got all the answers. So what you think I'm going for now?
All right, get Jones get this point. Go ahead,
Go
old
ahead,
man.
Coach.
I got the answers. They're on the paper. If I got to print them bitches out and hand them to you, and you got to read that shit to me and tell me, you gonna tell me. That's what you gonna do. Because I need to hear your voice. I need to hear how you say it. And I need to see you. You need to look at me when I look at you when you saying that shit. And then that's where your connection at. That's where your connection at.
That's where the
All right?
connection at.
That's where your connection
Dating.
at. That's where your connection at. That interpersonal, that I can have all the answers I want.
Hey,
But you know what? For you to say them answers and you to see me attentively listening to them answers and looking at you and we talking, that's where your connection at.
And Coach, I appreciate you answering
That's
that
old
question.
school now.
But it lets you know
It's
the
old
school you from, you ain't online dating. Because the point that I was making is literally you have everything. A young man, 20 years old.
That's why I'm glad I ain't got to go there.
A young man, 20 years old, told me the other day. He said, he said most young ladies right now are not loyal. I was like, are you kidding me?
I think he just made a general statement.
And it was blank.
Or he should have said it's.
No,
been
he
my-
said, he
No,
literally said.
No, what I'm saying is he should have probably said it's been my experience.
I'm gonna tell you what
That's what he should have said, right?
what he probably
and,
should have
and,
said.
and we've learned that over the latter part. I always use that point of reference, like based on my experience, because everything is opinions. Because here it is, like I said, we have a novice level. We rookies in regards to online stuff, but we know a little bit about dating because we've dated. You know what I mean? And I dated at a very high level. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like the way you put
I
it.
tell-
At a very high level.
I tell my son, stop walking in the pitching coop looking for a damn hen. All right? Don't have your ass over there looking for a hen. Go over there where the damn hen's at. All right? Wherever you going and looking for somebody, man, that's part of your damn problem.
Yeah, but
All
if
right.
you're going to get a
part of your
hand though.
damn crowd, yeah.
Well, listen, you better be hand worthy.
Yeah.
You better
the
be
next part.
you better be hand worthy.
That's the next
So
part.
the dating piece has a lot of layers.
I do feel bad for the ladies. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I empathize too.
It's rough. Bro.
But I always empathize, and I empathize more for the melon than anything.
But see, they gotta stand.
Cause they disrespected.
They gotta stand up and stop saying, "Well, no, ain't no well." Listen, if I was a chick, you ain't nothing. You ain't getting this. You ain't getting this.
But coach, man,
you ain't nothing. You ain't getting this unless there's certain thing go down, and that's just the way it is.
Easier said than done.
No, it ain't.
When
you
you're lonely,
ain't nothing.
When you're lonely,
I got you lonely.
When you know what I'm saying, like I'm just going off of certain things that allow them to be able to exercise certain things prematurely.
Give me a good move in the book, I'll fix that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Just exercising things prematurely, or have just had a lot of bad experience to where they like, man, you know what? I'm not even dealing with that. Yeah. And I honestly wish we had, you know what I'm saying, some ladies on the panel to be able to speak on it, and we'll bring that to the
No, we ain't have no ladies on the panel.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
The line.
Yeah, we are.
Damn it, now that's it. Ain't no ladies getting on the panel.
Yeah.
Don't get me. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. But it'll buffer this whole thing to hear their perspective, because to hear somebody that is 20 years old, that's a young lady or a young man that's on a social platform, and hear somebody that's 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's doing the same thing. Why? It's a big difference. It's a big difference between 20 and 45.
I can't relate today, so this was really hard for me, because it's a different time, man. It was a time where you talked to people and you spent time and you said stuff, even if it was the wrong damn things, and y'all.
But coach, you know what, coach? There's a very popular show. I'll use their name. With Derek Beck and Nick Rogers. They were watching one day in the plyo room, and it was a dating show. I forget the name of it, right? So I walk by. I'm getting ready to go meditate, and then watching the show. It's very popular. What's the name of the show, Nick? Love is Blind. So the topic of the show, of the show, Love is Blind, Coach. I've never seen it personally, right? Where they literally conversate. Something we did in the 70s.
They literally converse. I'm sorry, I can't. That's one of my pet peeves. They converse. Conversate is not a word.
Okay, listen.
It's a colloquialism.
Yeah,
it's not a
colloquialism.
It's a who? It's a colloquialism. It's not a word.
Listen.
That's one of.
It's conversate. They added it. Conversate is added to Webster's dictionary.
I know, but see, man,
thank you, because I was about to get him.
Listen, ain't didn't used to be a word either, but they added that to the dictionary. That don't make it right. But
okay, right, that don't make it right. It's converse.
You're right. So I'll say converse to be correct. You know what I mean? Because I have the most
burning my ears.
The upstanding respect for this man.
When I hear people say, "Oh, I'm trying to tell you Pacifically," I'd be like, "The Pacific is an ocean."
It's ocean, right? Or a college.
Michael Olowokandi, yeah.
Olowokandi,
yeah.
Number one pick.
Yeah,
it's ocean.
It's a couple
or college.
They be burning my ears. I'm sorry.
So I said, dang, I said y'all kind of locked in on the show. They was like, yeah, coach, man. They just converse back and forth. They don't see one another. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like the 80s.
Oh, they don't see each other.
They don't even see each other.
Oh.
They just
oh, love is blind. I get it.
So I said, guess what, fellas? That's what a real relationship looks like.
So let me ask you this, Reed. If I told you to put a number on it, how many dudes are still choking on the phone like we used to do?
Never. You hang up. I'm tired. You hang up. That's over with.
Nobody's choking no more.
You got
Nick, you had to have a serious choke game back in the day in Tampa.
Listen,
game.
First of all, the vocabulary don't go past 5th grade. Second of
all,
I said it. Second of all,
that's a very sweeping indictment, Reed.
A sweeping indictment.
It doesn't go past 5th grade?
5th grade.
You realize you're talking about somebody cheering right now, right?
I sure am. I definitely am. Because every last time I can say a word every single day, and they're like, Coach, what that mean? So 5th grade, I said it.
But bro, you got a sweet vocabulary.
So thank you very much.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
He got his little calendar I bought him for Christmas. His little word a day. His little word a day. So he come in here using the wrong and shit.
Listen, I did word a day for 10 straight years. I promise you.
Hey, listen, you can do it now at the gas station because they come on and get a word of the day.
Oh, they sure do.
I saw one that was toothsome. You know
they sure do.
I do not.
You say something was toothsome. That means it was pleasant to the palate.
Oh,
it was
good.
Like the wine.
That the wine is very
red wine. What is that?
Blend it to the
What
palate.
is it? Merlot.
Merlot.
Merlot. Boy, let me see the legs.
14%.
See the
Wow.
legs on him, boy.
See them legs on it? 14%. And guess what? It has something called resveratrol in it, which is great for the heart.
Who was that? What that dude name was?
Resveratrol.
I like that.
Good for the heart.
Here we go.
And then you got to sip it.
No, look. Well, we coming close to the end of this episode.
But I got a point I was about to make, but we go ahead.
Go ahead, Rio. I want to hear your point.
So when it comes down to you use chalk game, and I can vividly remember.
Were you looking to the camera and explain to the
I can
what the chalk game is all about?
Chalk game is literally when you sat on the phone, and whether it was junior high or high school, and you was having a conversation about where you from, what you doing, what you like, what your interests are, who you be with, things that make you smile, what numbers to dial.
That sound like
You know what I'm saying?
rap song.
Oh yeah.
That's that big. That's that big pop.
Yeah. So
And his birthday coming up.
Listen. Oh yeah. Hey, Notorious B.I.G. But literally, those things and then once you got to that point of having conversation, being stimulated by a woman and a woman being stimulated by a man, you literally falling asleep on the phone saying, "Oh no, you hang up." You never wanted to get off the phone.
That's that chalk
So your chalk game had to be this. But you know what you're doing? You just massaging that thing till you get to it. That's what you were doing.
Too far, boy. Every time. Too far.
No, bro. No, that.
So chalk game.
Had to have a chalk game.
So now, guess what? Subconscious mind, picture, repetition, trauma.
So ain't no more chalk game.
It's FaceTime. I ain't got a chalk. I see you. You got them tongas on? Do something. What's happening? This, that, and other. It ain't no choking.
What is that?
You got them tongas on?
What's that?
What's happening?
What's that?
What's happening? Ain't no choking. So now it's FaceTime. So in the midst of it, guess what? So now it removes any stimulation in the midst of it. But I digress.
Okay.
I digress.
So we lost a soldier this week, Mike Brown, aka Pretty Slim, as we call him.
Yes, sir.
Very good friend of the panel.
We want to dedicate this show to him and the fam, and like I said, we lost a soldier. He will be missed, gone but not forgotten. Pretty Slim.
Pretty Slim. Mike Brown, R.I.P. R.I.P. Well, one of my favorite parts of the show at the end, I'll never forget.
Y'all go.
And I'm talking about them things.
Go ahead, boy.
Oh, man.
You in
Well,
there. You in there.
Dyke touched on it. You know, I was a kid. I'll never forget listening to R&B music at 11, 12, and 13. But I'm gonna go to 6th grade, 1992.
Where you was in school at?
Just middle school.
E.E. Just?
E.E. Just.
When was that?
1992.
You wasn't no middle school in 1992.
I surely was. I sure
I
was.
think
1991, I'm
you know,
sorry.
bro.
1991, I was. I
Go
was
ahead.
born in 78.
You was at Just?
I was at Just. Yes, 6th grade.
thought-
6th grade.
Go ahead, bro.
Tighten up.
That's a middle school?
Middle school. 6th grade. Well, 6th grade center.
Oh, Just was a sixth
And
grade
then I went to
center.
Blake 7th grade
Right,
center.
you right.
So, there was a young lady who I had to master my chalk game with. Melissa Haywood, first girlfriend ever. Used to walk her home from school. Was scared of her, very intimidated by her. A little taller than me at the time, believe it or not.
Oh, she was huge.
Hazel eyes, light skin. But we were talking about dating, and why not bring it to the forefront? So I got a double-sided CD on this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a double-sided CD on this one. So learned a lot from that, but I'll never forget when I was offered the opportunity from my grandmother, Marjorie Lovett, rest in paradise. Go walk your girlfriend home. Well, me being managed in the 6th grade, 1991, I decided to go to Riverfront Park. Well, and not walk her home. So when I come back home, my grandmother decided to, and it was a couple hours later. It's very much later than it should have been. I got a whooping for not walking my girlfriend home and going to the park and doing what managed 6th grade kids do. Get a couple kisses, you know, some other stuff that I don't know if we X-rated just yet, but I'm not even going to say it. But I want to say it. But anyways. Yeah. So I got a whooping in the 6th grade. I'll never forget that piece of it when my grandmother literally whooped me from the sidewalk all the way up in front of my girlfriend. I went back to school the next day, and everybody was talking about how Mario still get whoopings in the 6th grade.
At 6'5".
At 6'5".
In the 6th grade.
The double-sided CD was, there was a chick named Ronisha Carlton in the 7th grade, Blake Junior High School, that I used to rock with. But I'll never forget how I initiated becoming her boyfriend. There were 2 seats in front of me. I wrote a letter. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no. Communication, not online. You know, you had to talk. You had to express yourself. You had to, you know what I mean? And she had she had this romper on, white, one-piece romper. Damn! It said Roro on the back.
Not airbrush.
Airbrushed with Roro on the back. That's what I did. I decided that day.
That's funny.
Will you be my girlfriend?
That's
7th grade, Ronisha Carlton.
That's tough.
I'll never forget.
On you, coach.
I don't know why I'm going a whole nother direction. I guess because the whole online dating thing just blew me out.
Blew your mind.
I never forget, man, the summers, getting the free lunches, going to the park, throwing horseshoes.
Yes, sir.
Playing with everybody. It was like you were going to work. You know what I mean? You get up, you put your little gear on, y'all get on there, y'all probably gonna go ahead as early. So you probably gonna go and get that little pool game going in there.
Oh, yeah.
Inside, get a little harder. We're gonna go on out here and play a little type of football. After that's over, we're gonna go ahead and eat some of them sandwiches. Them cold ass sandwiches, and they give you the mustard and the mayonnaise with it. Mm-hmm. You get your little frozen little juice. You know what I mean? Man, then when you finish that, we're gonna finish the day off with a little basketball.
Those sandwiches were so fine, and my
They
wife
was,
still
man.
so many of them.
Hey man, listen, it wasn't nothing for you to go and get somebody
I
to steal
used to
somebody
steal.
lunch, bro. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't
You
nothing.
admit, like you said.
I am
that online.
admitting
was.
right now, I was a poor kid, no
Theft
Boulevard
of-
home,
Wasn't nothing.
Theft
statute of
of,
limitations.
Get it.
Guess
theft
what?
of government funds.
It
Is
was
that what that
good.
is for you?
I went to prison for it.
You get it. So I never forget that, man. I never forget that summer. All them summers and that time right there, and I know it ain't had nothing to do with what we talking about today, but for whatever reason, that's in my head. So I never forget them summers, man. Them lunches. And
Well, I think we all
that
can
was a
attest
good
to that,
time of
Coach.
life, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on with what Coach Jones said. Going to the West Tampa Boys and Girls Club. Boy, look here. That thing was like gladiator school.
Yes, sir.
Like, I mean, you had Blancos when it was on the corner of Spruce. You know, like you going to, towards Himes or whatever. You know, we used to go to McFarland Park for lunch. But you come to the boys club, that big old field out there, you out there playing throw up tackle. You may go inside, you got dudes from the neighborhood, they 17, 18, y'all playing kickball.
Right.
But they never kick, they playing defense so they can hit you with the ball.
Headshot.
They'll never
Headshot.
kick.
Or look, if you jump, hit them feet so you can
Right.
get clear.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Not the feet from a buddy.
They'll never kick. Oh no, we just go play defense.
Do they even still make those balls?
Yeah.
Those rubber
The little
balls?
red
they
void.
still make them.
Are those
The
void?
voice, yeah.
Yeah.
They still make it.
Okay.
You know, that boys club was like gladiator school, and I just remember getting home from the boys club in the summertime. You know, I don't get dogged at 8:30, 9 o'clock. You exhausted.
Exhausted. Dirty.
You don't put a full day of work.
Dirty.
Full day of
Getting
work.
at 8 o'clock.
Full day of work.
And don't play football for the spoils.
All you did was you just didn't hit a clock.
That's
You put
it.
a full day of work in.
And you didn't even know how tired you were.
No.
At all.
I remember one year, my brother, we played for the Spartans. My grandpa said, y'all go in that room. Do not sit on them beds. He sat on the floor and pulled his pants off and leaned back. And he woke up the next morning. He's in the same spot.
I believe that.
And had to, like, jump up, take a shower. Like, we used to be exhausted, but
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't
Yes,
trade
sir.
that boys
Yes,
club
sir.
for nothing.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, this has been fun. This has been fun. It's been if we talked about something that we don't have the most experience about, but we have enough experience to be able to speak on.
That's why we got to bring them youngers on.
Yeah, so I think once we start to touch on a lot of these things, we're going to bring somebody that do have a lot more experience than we ever will have, so we can be a little bit more combative to them than we are to one another. 99 ain't good enough. Don't forget to like the video. Hit the button, thumbs up button. Change the algorithm. We're looking to get to 1,000, man. We right at about 300 now.
300.
Keep subscribing. Keep
Bring it.
subscribing with it.
Bring
Whatever
it.
topics you want to be able to hear, subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry. 99 ain't good enough. Where we
Keep it 100.
100.
Boom.